Hey, man, where the hell have you been?
Where have you been?
I've been right here.
I've been sitting in StreamYard for like a month.
I've been sitting in StreamYard since my birthday when we went on the live with Smitty and DV.
Facts.
I haven't left. What's going on, y'all? It's another day on the Day One podcast. I'm your co-host Anthony. Twitter name in the bubble. I got my co-host Kyle. Say what's up.
What's going on, y'all?
It's been a minute. I know we're like so inconsistent, but we're here. We're back. Um, why don't we keep talking about this whole like we need to be more consistent, bro? Why don't we just like be more consistent?
I don't know. I think if we can get it to where we're doing one show a week on the same day, I could see it being more consistent. Like if we had a more base schedule rather than saying, oh, let's do 2 this week, 2 that week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it'd be better. We're going to figure that out. That's for behind the scenes, but
Yeah. But
we'll figure that out.
For the people still tapped in, appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A lot has happened since we were last here.
Yep.
The entire NBA playoffs is done.
Yeah.
The NFL OTAs is done. We're on the training camp. Yeah, we got an episode for you. We're gonna talk about the playoffs, the NBA finals. Now that everything's over, we're gonna do a bunch of fun little things. We kind of get into. We'll build an NBA team based on some parameters set by my fellow co-host. We're gonna rank the NFL teams in a tier maker, and then for out of left field, we got something a little different. We got a quiz, not so much name me this, and this.
Yep.
For this stat, it's more or less a quiz.
A race against the clock.
Yep. Kind of the same premise, but hey.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it is.
This time we're working together instead of challenging each other.
That's right. Mm-hmm. That's right.
That's how we do best, on the same team.
Yep. Listen, you ain't staying over on that side. You can stay on my side for today.
Appreciate that, bro.
Ain't no problem. All right. Let's talk business here. So the NBA finals are done. The Denver Nuggets are the NBA champions.
Yep.
Beating the Miami Heat gentleman sweep in 5. Give me your thoughts. I know I have some things to say about this matchup. The playoffs as a whole. How did you enjoy the playoffs as a whole? Did it kind of live up to the expectations of like recent playoff runs in regards to like the matchups on a night-to-night basis, not just in the NBA finals, but just the playoffs as a whole? And yeah,
I personally was kind of disappointed how it all turned out. Like, remember how hyped we were going into every night during the first round with all the different matchups we had, and even the second round a little bit? I don't know. I feel like we got the NBA finals early on. You know what I mean? And part of it might be that, like, we're all creatures of habit, and neither of these teams are super entertaining to watch. I mean, I could tune into a Nuggets game, maybe, but, like, I want to watch LeBron. I want to watch Steph. I want to watch Giannis and all those guys.
Yeah.
But it was still like
Jimmy Butler.
I do, but I mean, I get the same shit every night from Jimmy Butler. I get the same shit from the Heat every night. They're no different. And it's a good thing for them because it's Heat culture, but I don't know. I just don't find myself itching to watch Miami Heat games, personally. It's just what it is. But no, I think it was a really good postseason. I think Jokic probably solidified himself as the best player in the world. I don't know. I'm still on the fence about it. You and I have talked about it often, but I want to do a top 20 NBA players in depth on the show. We'll do like 3 an episode, and I really get into it, talk about it, make my arguments. But I don't know. He's definitely top 3. I think it's Giannis, Steph, Jokic, and you can put them however you want to do it. But I thought it was great. It's awesome. I love seeing Jamal Murray win it. I became a huge fan of him in the bubble.
For sure.
Bought a jersey when he was in the bubble. After his back-to-back 50s against Donovan Mitchell, I bought a jersey, and I've been keeping it in the closet until this day came, and here
Bring
it
it
is.
out.
You want me to go bring it out?
Well, bring it
I'm
out.
gonna bring it out. Let me go
Bring
get
it out right now. The day has come. It don't need to be in the closet no more. Yeah, I mean, the finals matchup for me, it's tough. I mean, being a Sixers fan and going through the Jimmy Butler experience with Embiid and the roster that they probably should have made the finals with that year. Since then, I've been a Jimmy Butler fan, so I really wanted to see Jimmy get a ring. I just knew like Denver was the better team talent wise. And it was just like every time they had a run, um, or every time hey, there it is.
Yeah, let's go, baby.
NBA champion, Jamal Murray.
All right, so is KCP a top 10 player now that he's got 2 NBA championships?
No.
Well, we can have that debate, but
the short answer, no.
All right, that's fine.
All time?
Yeah,
no.
yeah. I think I don't know. I might have to slide Larry Bird down. Throw KCP
top 15
in there.
maybe.
Maybe he's around the Dirk.
Yeah.
But no, I heard everything you were saying. You're absolutely right. I knew for a fact that the Nuggets were going to win the series. The only reason I thought Miami could make a run earlier is because they've beaten all those teams and they've played them constantly. Like they've got the Sixers, they've got their fucking pocket money. They've got the Celtics pocket money. I think if they would have gone up against the Bucks later on, it would have been different. But Giannis was hurt. I don't know. It was just such a weird. I was personally more excited for the East matchups than I was for the West, but I had way more fun watching the West this season.
Yeah,
because
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts. But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed watching the matchups overall. I mean, I thought there was a lot of good ones. Like Kings Warriors was a classic. I think the worst take that I've had on the show so far is saying that Knicks Cavs in the first round was going to be an all-time classic series. It ended up being a kind of snooze fest.
Those two ladies were having a mid-off.
Yeah. Facts.
I did think that series was going to be really good, not because both the teams are good, but because they were on like the same level.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I was like, two mid teams is kind of going to equal like, they're going to have a mid-off, and it's going to be like a fun mid-off to watch. There are two mid teams going to 7 games to get slaughtered by the Heat.
Yeah, like it's two girls fighting outside of Burger King.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I was really high on the Cavs going into the season. I mean, I was also really high. I was high on the Hawks. I had Hawks Warriors in the finals, but
that was a cold take.
That was a cold take. That was. Hawks didn't even make the fucking second round.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I mean, it is tough, and particularly watching this series. I mean, Miami could not keep up with the Nuggets. I mean, when they needed to make shots, they just couldn't. Yeah. They would string together multiple defensive possessions that were absolutely fascinating, absolutely pristine, perfect execution, in the right places where they need to be, poke the ball out, grab a rebound. On the offensive side of the ball, they were so streaky. And my one gripe is with Jimmy Butler. I feel like Jimmy Butler plays selective basketball.
He does.
Like he'll go the entire game. He might start like 8 first quarter points to start off. He'll go the next 2.5 to 3 quarters of quarters, just not taking a shot, coming off of a screen when he should be going to the paint, passing it off. They're relying too much on like Strus and Vincent and Caleb Martin, big booty Kyle Lowry just shitting on people. Like that's not sustainable.
Yeah.
So for the whole like Himmy buckets talk, I wanted to see more of the Himmy Butler, but we didn't really see that. But then it was like, oh well, we're down 5, we were up 10, we lost this lead, game's going down. All right, I guess I should just get in my bag. And Jimmy Butler goes for like the next 12 Heat points.
Yep.
But then they can't get stops on the other end. So
No.
it was like they're just shooting themselves in the foot left and right. Eric Spoelstra is on the bench, probably like bald at this point, because like you got it on one end, you can't get it on the other, and then you get it switched. It's just like, can't we just get both to go at the same time? But yeah, I mean, I think Bam Adebayo had a fantastic NBA Finals. He was the best player on the floor, the most consistent player on the floor for the Miami Heat. And even myself, I fucking hate the way that Bam Adebayo plays basketball, but he was the most consistent on the floor for them.
Yeah, all series. He played a good series.
Yeah, he rebounding. He was aggressive. The playmaking in the high post is just amazing. Yeah. But the fact that Jimmy Butler was just kind of like MIA for the most part, it really bothers me. And that he chooses when to get aggressive, but it's more times than not that he's just passing the role players, and he's just like, I'm not trying to get this smoke. Like, y'all take care of it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I have a little bit of a different opinion on the series. Because like we say the Heat like didn't really play that well. They kept one of the best offensive teams to what would it be? 104, 108, 109, 108, 94. So they kept them to like 105 a game.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad, but one of the biggest factors is they were missing their number one scorer, Tyler Hero. And I feel like the whole series they were hoping for him to come back, and he never did, which we all had a feeling. I mean, the dude broke his wrist not more than a month ago. And I don't put too much of it on Jimmy, because I mean, you see it in every finals run. Like, the best guy doesn't always have it going every night. Like we saw last year, Steph had a 19-point clunker in game 2. Jokic,
but more often than not, Steph had it going on.
Yeah, but I think Jimmy
more often than not, Jimmy didn't really have it going on.
Yeah, but is he a superstar? Like, is this something? Is this something we need to expect from Jimmy Butler for him to be 27, 8-8 like he's been? Plus, he got hurt. And these guys, you got to think, it's a lot like the Lakers. They just had a deeper run. They've been playing playoff basketball since post All-Star break.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I still blame them, obviously, but I don't think it's to the extent, like, they had an incredible season because they're an 8 seed.
Yeah.
So that's my
they lost the first playing game. I'm not discounting anything that Miami did this year. Fantastic from where they were before the play-in, losing the first play-in, pretty much looking like they could have been on the couch for the next 2 months.
Yeah.
To make it to Game 5 of the NBA Finals, nobody had on their bingo card. So I give them all the credit.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's just the reputation that, like Jimmy Butler gets for the 50-point game against the Bucks, and just like him taking over games and being, Himmy buckets. So I don't know, for him to just kind of be like MIA in those moments where you he is your best player.
Yeah.
He takes the responsibility of like, I'm the dude. When you're staring at a championship 3 games away.
Yep.
And I mean, they've been playing the Nuggets very well, very hard.
Yeah.
All series. You need that one, like the timing of them just not capitalizing offensively or defensively, killed them.
Yeah, they needed
That's where
they
you need
needed
your best player. That's
they
where you need
needed
your
to
best
step
player in
in.
Jimmy
Yeah,
Butler
yeah,
to step in, create
yeah.
offense or create a defensive turnover, something to change the momentum of the game. More often than not, he was just passing off to Caleb Martin or Max Strus in the corner. They're just
Yeah.
bricking threes. You need your best guys to show up,
Yeah.
and I feel like Jimmy Butler picked when he wanted to show up and when he didn't, and more often than not, he was just kind of cool with just kind of hiding within the offense.
Yeah, yeah. Um, they needed a Game 6 Steph game from Jimmy this series, at least one.
Yeah,
Because I think if they would have pushed it to 6, you go back to Miami. Tyler Hero might play because it's a 3-game break. You know what I mean? There's an opportunity. But I think the best thing for the Heat would have been to blow that 3-0 lead, because this is what they're going to do. It's these two teams are going to do the exact opposite of what I think they need to do. The Celtics are going to blow it up. I think Jaylen Brown's gone. I do. And what I think they need to stay together, because look at what Denver did. Murray and Jokic have been together, 6 years now? It took them this long to win a ring.
yeah.
The only reason why it's so hostile in Boston is because it's Boston. You know what I mean? It's a tier 1 team. And I think the Heat, after making it this far, they're not going to make any changes when they absolutely have to. I think they need to explore the Damian Lillard stuff. I think they need to call Fred VanVleet because he opted out of his player option. He's going to be a free agent. I think they need to start making some calls, because they're not going to make it this far next year, and probably not the next, because Jimmy Butler's 33.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's getting up there.
So I don't know, but not to make this a whole shitting parade on the Heat, but I congrats to the Nuggets. Jokic proved me wrong. I thought Embiid was a better player.
I agree. Listen, I was watching what Jokic did in these finals won me over. I'm like we know on this particular program, I am a Sixers stan. Therefore, Philly sports stan. Therefore, I automatically I'm defending every single star in this city that plays a professional sport. But watching what Nikola Jokic did, absolutely just surgically dissect the Miami Heat on from a defensive standpoint. Just they cannot, every time, like, no matter if it was them sending a double, one-on-one switching, they just cannot guard Nikola Jokic. No matter what you can do, you cannot guard this guy. And he's like averaging a triple-double almost every game, putting up Wilt numbers. It's just like insane. You're watching history.
And and what's crazy too, I don't even think this was his best series of the season. I thought his Suns series was the best. I think he beat a better team with less help. Jamal Murray only averaged 17 a game in the Suns series. In the Lakers series, I mean, everybody had it going. But
yeah,
it was incredible. It's a little reminiscent of the Dirk finals run.
Mm-hmm.
But they beat lesser opponents, basically. I mean, the highest seed they beat was a 4 seed.
Yeah.
They beat 8-7-4-8.
Think about it like this. Their run, this is going to go down in NBA history. Up there with the Lakers, like the Shaq and Kobe Lakers.
Yeah. They
only lost one game in the postseason.
The Nuggets?
I'm pretty sure, yeah, right?
4. They lost 4.
But
I was just going to say this. They're like one of 5 teams in the last like 40 years to lose 4 or less. So it's still, you know what I mean? It's up there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I wasn't tapped in on that one.
Bro, sleep. Yeah, they lost twice to the Suns.
They just been sweeping everybody in the playoffs. So I was like, oh,
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, congrats to the Nuggets.
Yep.
First chip. Hey, as a fan of a team who once was ringless, I understand. And I'm happy for all of the Denver fans that finally get a taste of the nectar of championships. And you know, I think Nuggets cement themselves in the West as the team because they're still young. This is like they're going into their prime. This is it. And yeah,
Facts.
it's going to be tough. They're going to be running the West for a couple years.
They are, because they're the only team that doesn't have an aging star. The only team.
Yeah.
I mean, Steph, KD, LeBron. Can I go Dame? All of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shannon Sharp's definitely popping some Hennessy right now. Him and his Denver boys got it done.
Yep. Club
Speaking of
chasing
Shannon
going
Sharp,
off.
not to like completely get off topic, where's he going?
I think he's going. I think one or two things. He's either going to start his own platform of Club Shay Shay. That's going to be it.
That's it.
It could be like I don't mean to bring politics into it, but like Tucker Carlson to Twitter, his own platform, or he's going with Stephen A. Smith
For good?
for the foreseeable future.
I mean like daily co-host, or like one like he brings in JJ twice a week. He brings in all those guys twice a week.
I think probably he might start with that, but if Shannon wants to be like full time, he might bring him on full time because that's the thing. Stephen A. Smith hasn't had like a polarizing figure since he had Max Kellerman as his co-host.
My only down thought to that whole thing is I feel like Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. wouldn't work as well together.
You know who I feel like would work fantastic together?
Us.
You get Shannon Sharp and Michael Irvin on a debate show. That would be fucking electric, bro. Think about that.
Facts.
That would be must-see TV. If anybody from any of the big TV outlets is watching this, bro, take notes, contact these folks, and get them on TV.
Yeah. Or the Day One podcast.
Bro.
That would be. He would fit in perfectly fine here. I think so. You know what I mean?
Electric. Listen, Shay, Irv, if you're watching, tap in.
I will give Shannon Sharp twice as much shit as Skip would, but I do it respectfully.
Listen, I will be flexing this on Irv every single episode, telling him that this one is not expired, unlike his.
Yep.
But yeah, that's another crazy one right there.
Thanks. Yeah. Shout out Denver.
Shout out.
Them. And also, I don't know what the hell Skip's gonna do. Who's Skip gonna bring in?
I don't know.
I saw rumblings of LaShawn McCoy. I don't know if LaShawn McCoy is like a big enough name to bring in.
I mean,
he's undisputed.
He's done pretty good on Speak for Yourself. And I mean, as one of my favorite Eagles I've ever watched, I love Shady.
I do too.
I just don't know if the dynamic with Skip would work.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It needs to be
probably would be a better candidate than Shady, but if that was there, because I saw it was like Shady, Joy Taylor, which is crazy because she was literally like the moderator at one point for Undisputed.
Yeah, I remember those days. I had a reason for watching that show every morning.
Hey,
then I started watching The Herd. And now I'm watching Speak.
Hey, this is a family show.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, that's another interesting thing to keep an eye on. Is
it's got to be an absolute like alpha that will go at Skip. He has to match.
If you bring Michael Irvin in,
yeah,
bro, come on. Like, what are we talking about?
Yep. All right, that was good talk.
Yeah.
You
want to build these NBA teams?
I do very much so.
Okay. So, Kyle and I put together a squad of 9 guys based on these listed parameters here. 1, got to be a former MVP. 2, 3-time All-Star or more, at least 3.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, all defensive player, but can't be Defensive Player of the Year. Number 4, a player under 23 that hasn't made an All-Star team. Number 5, in addition to being like a double-digit points per game guy, has to have averaged at least 5 assists and 5 rebounds for this season. And then off the bench all the season, 40% three-point shooter, 10 to 15 point per game scorer, 5 to 10 mil player over 32, and then a vet minimum.
Yep. And all these the positions have to make sense, and the team has to fit. And what we're going to do is we're going to post this on our Twitter and our TikTok, and we're going to make you guys all vote. Mm-hmm. Feel free to do it in the comments, but you've got to vote on whose team's better.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Y'all, we ready?
Yeah. I want to hear your team.
You want me to read the entire team?
Well, go one by one,
All right. Yeah, we'll do that.
Whatever, and make sure you tell me what they are.
I will. Okay. So for my former MVP, this was tough because I actually had somebody else, but after kind of filling out the rest of the team, I ended up switching, but it wasn't a big switch, so I didn't have to gut the whole team, which is good. My former MVP, Kevin Durant.
Nice. Is he playing your small forward or power forward?
Small forward.
Okay. I like that. It's a good choice. It's a good player. It's a good player to have on your basketball team.
Yeah.
I'm worried about the chemistry already.
He's a what?
I'm worried about the chemistry already.
It's cool because listen, that flag in the background got a little history, so it ain't no problem.
All right,
it ain't no problem.
Go ahead.
Oh, you want me to go? You want me to run through the whole team?
I'll continue.
All right, cool. So for my 3-time All-Star, Klay Thompson, playing the 2.
I like that. I thought about that. I wanted to fit Klay in somewhere so bad, but I didn't. So,
well, see, I needed a guard that is able to defend and also shoot, but doesn't really need the ball in his hands to like generate offense. He's not like a volume ball guy like a Russell Westbrook, who I almost picked as my former MVP, but I switched.
Yeah, because remember, it's current player.
Yeah.
As they are. So if you would have taken Russ as your MVP, I want to slap the shit out of you.
Well, and you'll see as I run through the team, I was trying to put guys that would probably fit his play style the most. That way I could run the team through Russ because at least this season for the Clippers when he was in, when it was like when PG and Kawhi I think were both hurt or PJ was out for an extended period of time, he was eating when they were running through him. And that's how you got to play Russ. That's the thing. Like when you have him on these teams where there's 2 ball dominant stars and then Russ, it doesn't work because Russ needs the ball in his hands to get going. So that was my thought process, but I got away from it.
I like it. And Klay fits every superstar.
Exactly. I couldn't pass on him. It was a no-brainer.
The most malleable star in the NBA.
Yep. So for my all defensive player, I picked Bam Adebayo.
Okay, I like it.
I mean, he particularly sold me in the finals run. I mean, he really scrappy defender, great playmaker with the ball, can post up. He's got the size, so he's going to play my 4.
Okay.
Can also shoot in the mid range, so that's also an added benefit. But I fucking hate the one thing I hate about Bam Adebayo is sometimes he tries to play like a fucking guard.
Yep.
And he gets out muscled by guards. It's so annoying.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I'm a little at the end of this, we're gonna critique each other, tell each other why it's not gonna work. I'm already seeing a problem where there's not anybody that's gonna keep the ball out of Bam's hands.
I think there is.
So far. Right.
There is. So far.
All right.
Okay. My player under 23, non-all-star, Tyrese Halliburton.
Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Oh,
he's going to be running my point.
I love it.
He is amazing playmaker. When you have, and also great defender. When you have Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant on the wing with Tyrese bringing the ball up. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And he can shoot.
Yeah, with that herky-jerky jump shot.
It's wet, though.
It is what.
It's wet. Yeah. Yeah. That's where I switched from Russ to Halliburton.
I respect it.
It made so much more sense. My 5, 5, and 5 guy. He is a Finals MVP. He finished the job and is now going home. Nikola Jokic.
He's playing your 4.
My 5.
Your 5 and Bam's your 4. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like
Halliburton's my 1. Clay's my 2. KD's my 3. Bam's my 4. And Jokic is my 5. It's a pretty tall lineup.
It is a tall lineup. I like it. That's nice. That's pretty nice so far as your starting lineup. Okay.
Yeah. The bench gets very interesting. I will say that.
So does mine, bro.
So, off the bench, for my 40% three-point shooter, I have Bogdan Bogdanovic.
Nice.
From the Hawks. Another 3-and-D guy. He's better three-point shooter than he is defending, but he can defend. It's not great, but he can give a little spark off the bench, and can kind of interchange with Klay, KD. And, you can kind of hide them when you have some great starting defenders.
Yeah, that's nice.
In the starting lineup. My 10 to 15 point per game scorer, I needed some size off the bench, so I went with Bobby Portis.
That is a nice dude. Everybody needs a Bobby Portis on their basketball team. That's beautiful.
He averaged, I think he was like 13 or 14 points. I forget. Somewhere.
Yeah, with like 9 rebounds.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great rebounder, gives you size. He can also shoot. Yep. And I love to shoot. So, hey, if my bigs can shoot, it ain't no problem.
Yep.
Think about that though. You got the triple towers. You can kind of interchange Bam, Portis. Think about Bobby Portis and Jokic on the floor at the same time. The way that Jokic is shooting in the playoffs. Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah, that's how when Giannis was shooting in the Bucks finals, he shot like 39%, and then Brook Lopez is your center.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a tough guard. And then KD, Klay, Halliburton, whoever's on the floor.
Yep.
It's a tough guard. Okay. My $5 to $10 million player over 32, Patty Mills.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I mean
that's nice.
He's not like the Patty Mills of old, but he can get his shot. He can make some plays happen, and he can also defend.
Good 3-point shooter too.
Yeah. Yep. Another shooter. But yeah, I mean, I needed another guard in there that could kind of be a playmaker, not really a score first guy.
Yep.
But can get his when needed. So, and he's over 32, making $8 million this year.
It's very nice. I like that. Okay.
Right? This is a squad.
and it fits so far. Yeah. Like your bench, you know what I mean? You don't have 4 guards. It's very good.
Yeah.
All right.
What, you thought I was going to like put some shit team together?
I was hoping your bench was going to be all sorts of fucked up.
All right. My last guy, this might probably be the guy.
Yeah.
But Vet Min, I got Austin Rivers.
That's cool. You know what I mean? He's only out there when Tyrese Halliburton's in foul trouble. You know what I'm saying? You need to throw in a guy 5-10 minutes a game. That's nice.
Yeah, you can run. You can run the offense through KD. He can give you some defense.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's my squad.
Scrappy. That's nice. That's scrappy player.
Yeah.
All right. So run it down. Point guard, shooting guard, small forward. Run it all the way down real quick.
All right. Excuse me. At the 1, Tyrese Halliburton.
Okay.
At the 2, Klay Thompson. At the 3, Kevin Durant.
I like it.
At the 4, Bam Adebayo. At the 5, Nikola Jokic. Sixth man, Bogdan Bogdanovic. And then Bobby Portis, Patty Mills, and Austin Rivers off the bench.
Okay. That's nice. That's nice. I'd say that's a contender. I'd say so.
Right?
Now
That's the squad.
I'm gonna give you my problems here, okay?
All right.
All right. I see that Jokic can shoot, but I'm a little bit worried about the fit of Bam and Jokic.
Yeah.
I think Bam's a little bit too dominant of a force as a center. He's not, you're not Embiid, but I feel like it takes away a little bit from Jokic. You know what I mean?
I
think it does. I think it does because Jokic likes to play from the wing, work down to the paint, and what are you going to do with Bam Adebayo's big ass?
Because he also likes to do the same thing. Yeah, no, yeah.
That's a little bit of my concern.
I mean, what you could do is kind of like, for big lineups, you can have them out on at the same time, but you can kind of like interchange. You can kind of like stagger the minutes between Jokic and Adebayo and use Portis.
Absolutely,
because Portis ain't doing that.
No, you're right. Portis can shoot. Yeah, I like it. Okay,
and even you can run a small lineup where KD's at the 4.
You can absolutely. KD played like half his minutes as a 4 this year.
Yeah.
Torrey Craig's stupid ass playing the small forward.
Yeah. If you want to have like, I don't know, if you want to have like Halliburton, Bogdanovic, Clay, KD, Jokic, or Adebayo, whoever, you could.
Mm-hmm. I like it. And this is my biggest concern. You don't have a vocal leader as your star. There's no guy.
Jokic.
That's not Jokic. We know Jokic isn't out there sitting on the bench screaming at his boys. Klay Thompson's chilling there in his boat hat. Tyrese is too young to make some aggressive. Bam Adebayo, I don't think I've ever seen him speak. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little concerned about the vote. And
listen,
KD
our team leads by example.
I understand. I think if Patty Mills is your sole leader, I think you're in trouble. You know what I mean? I worry if you run into a well-groomed team like a Heat culture or a Warriors or something like that, you're going to have some issues.
Yeah. Not if we have a good coach. That's the thing.
Not if you have a good coach. You're not wrong.
We should, in theory, have a good coach. I just don't know who that would be.
Okay, who would be your coach that would be best fit to do this team?
Oh man,
I know who I'd pick for yours because just it fits with the system. I know who I'd pick. Mike D'Antoni, easily. Mike D'Antoni.
Yeah, you're right.
Get up and down, shoot threes. You know what I'm saying? I like it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Those are my concerns. But hey, what do I know? I didn't go to college. Okay.
Right. That's cool.
But they're fair arguments.
Yeah. No. They definitely are. But there's some flexibility kind of built in.
Absolutely.
I mean, the big situation kind of gets a little gray, but you can kind of play small and kind of.
When you're talented enough, like LeBron and Wade, they weren't a great fit, but they were just super talented. So, yeah, I get it. I get the mindset. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'd give it an A-. Give it an A-.
I'm cool with that. Better than a B minus.
All right.
Now, before I let you go into yours, if I built this thing around Russell Westbrook.
Nah.
No.
I still wouldn't like it. I still like it because it's a locker room cancer. How are him and KD going to get to? How are
KD wouldn't be on the team?
You'd get rid of KD. Oh yeah, you wouldn't. Okay,
yeah, it'd be Russ. It'd be Russ and a bunch. I would have had him surrounded around. I don't know who exactly would have had in there. Clay probably would have been one, but a bunch of guys that aren't volume ball guys around Russ, and Nikola Jokic would have been there too.
I like it.
So
Okay. I'm not
you think
hating.
the pick and roll game with Jokic and Russell Westbrook is tough, but
Yeah.
you got to have shooters around him, which would have been the thing. But
I do think this team's better though, because Russell
yeah,
Westbrook,
yeah,
he's not leading the wins. I'm sorry.
yeah. No,
Man played with Paul George and Kawhi and couldn't get it done.
facts.
All right, let's get into the better team.
All right.
All right.
Let's get into it.
Starting off at my point guard, we have a former MVP.
Okay.
Golden State Warriors, Steph Curry.
Of course.
There was just no other choice, truthfully. I get a top 3 player in the NBA. I get a true leader, a guy that's unselfish, especially with some of the guys here that are going to demand the ball. Steph plays off the ball. I don't need him to take 11 dribbles and shoot with 3 seconds left. I don't need it. Okay? So we're going to move on.
Okay.
My shooting guard, he's a 3-time All-Star, an actual 3-time All-Star.
Okay.
Okay? He's a dog. He's going to get his buckets and he's going to go home.
Okay.
Starting shooting guard for the Phoenix Suns, Devin Booker.
Okay.
3-time All-Star Devin Booker. Okay?
All
right. I needed a guy that could pick it up when Steph is 1 for 8 from 3. You know what I mean? I need a guy that can get into the mid-range late in the game and get the tough buckets, okay? We've seen it time and time again.
Yeah.
All right?
Okay.
All right, it works.
All right.
And Devin Booker averages 6 assists last season, so I know he's willing to pass. Steph Curry coming off a pin down. I know he's going to kick it to the corner. All right?
Yeah. Are you shitting on me because of KD?
No. No, I'm not. No.
All right.
At my small forward, I needed a do-it-all guy. Okay? You selected the number 1 most talented player in the NBA, Kevin Durant. He has no weakness in his game. I would argue this guy has no weakness in his game either. He's just not as good.
Okay.
5 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists for the season. I took starting small forward for the Los Angeles Clippers, Paul George.
Okay. Okay.
Paul George. Okay. I get some defense. I get some catch and shooting. Okay. You know what I mean? Steph rolls an ankle. I got a guy that can get the output. You know what I mean? Devin Booker becomes your 1. Paul George becomes your 2. Right?
Yeah.
And we've seen it. We've seen Steph have his 19-point, 12 assist games. So I'm not worried about the playmaking and the difficulty of trying to get different guys involved, because we've seen Steph play with 2 20-point per game scorers in Clay and KD. So I'm not concerned.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
At my power forward, I took a young guy with my power forward here. I went with the young guy at my power forward. Never an all-star. I took Cleveland Cavaliers power forward, Evan Mobley.
Oh, okay.
Could have also worked for the all-defensive player guy.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? Let me get a more dominant guy as my starting center, which will be for my defensive guy.
Yeah.
So I took Evan Mobley. He's youthful. He's coachable. He's not sitting on the bench barking at everyone. Okay? I've got that in Booker, Steph. I've got that. I've got my leadership. Okay? So with my center, it only makes sense that I go with arguably the best defensive player of this generation. Arguably. I went with starting center for the Los Angeles Lakers, Anthony Davis.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
On his nights where he's just not engaged, but he's still good defensively, I don't care if he's only giving me 14 points because I'm getting 20, 20, 20 out of my point guard through small forward. I'm not concerned.
Yeah.
His 27 that he randomly gets on a Tuesday night against the Rockets is a nice little candle on top of my cupcake. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
I get with Evan Mobley. I got, oh my God. Think about it. The rim protection. Nobody's getting in the rim. Okay?
Yeah.
I've seen Evan Mobley go out and guard guards at the wing. So I'm not worried about Steph and Devin Booker not being great perimeter players. I'm not concerned about it. They get in the passing lanes here and there, you know what I'm saying? But they can't really guard one-on-one. So I had to pack the paint with some okay?
Yeah.
So that's my starting 5.
Okay.
Moving on to the bench, it gets a little frisky.
Okay.
Okay. So with my sixth man, this is my 40 or more percent 3-point shooter. Okay. And I took the thought of, well, what if I want to play small? I need a guy that can slide in right between Steph and Devin Booker.
Yeah.
Okay. Good defender, shoots the piss out of the ball, doesn't demand the ball. I have point guard for the Boston Celtics, Derek White.
Okay.
45.3% from three this last season.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say Malcolm Brogdon, but both of them.
I'd thought about it. But I worried Malcolm Brogdon needs the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like, Steph, Booker, Paul George on the floor, it gets a little tight. So I went with a guy that gets it done without the ball in his hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love how that guy sets up shot in the wing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or
yeah. Quick little
at the buzzer.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And he's scrappy.
Yep. And he's got a hairline halfway back his forehead.
He does. He'll distract the team if the light's just right.
The glare on his forehead
absolutely
catches your eyes just enough for him to get off a three.
Absolutely. So with my seventh guy, I went with a positionless player. Okay, a guy that averaged 12 points per game this season, which fits in the 10 to 15 range, right?
Yeah.
This guy gets it done. You know what I mean? Diving for loose balls. Okay, can get a block here and there, can get some steals, can shoot it a little bit. I went with small forward for the Denver Nuggets, Bruce Brown.
Okay, I thought you were going a different direction with that, but
where'd you think I was going?
I thought you were going to say Draymond Green.
Nah, he's not a bench player.
Yeah.
But Bruce Brown is a certified bench player.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's a guy that you want on your team. If you want to win a ring, you need a guy that's going to dive for the loose balls, protect the big money so they don't have to dive on the floor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I went with Bruce Brown. Gets you some high rebounding numbers here and there. Okay?
Right.
So I like it. So with my eighth man, I went with a guy that if I want to play big and if I want to run the floor and just get shots up, you know what I mean? I could take a slow guy off the floor like an Anthony Davis or an Evan Mobley. Okay, this guy made $9 million this last season. Another 40% three-point shooter. Power forward for the Dallas Mavericks, Maxi Kleber.
Okay.
Maxi
okay.
Kleber. Get in there, get a couple shots up. You know what I'm saying? We're not asking him to do too much now. That's why we're paying him $9 million to be our eighth man.
Yeah.
Okay? He's going to get his 15 minutes a night, do what he's got to do. Okay? So I like it. All right? And I thought to myself, for my ninth man, I'm worried about injuries in my front court. Maxi Kleber, Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
But I've got Evan Mobley to, slide in and do what he's got to do. So I went and took another big for my vet minimum guy. This guy, he's not going to play every night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Close game. He's not sniffing the floor. He's in his warm-up clothes. Okay? I took center for I don't even know who he's playing for right now. Thomas Bryant.
Okay. Hey.
Okay?
The guy that LeBron scored on to get the record.
Absolutely. A rim runner. Okay?
No, it wasn't him.
Yeah. No, I don't even know who it was.
It was some random OKC guy. He was the one that was actually calling for the ball.
Oh yeah. He
scored. Yeah. Yeah.
So I thought I needed a rim runner, a guy that could rack up some fouls when Anthony Davis is not having an off night or he's hurt. You know what I mean? He's regardless going to be my fourth big off the floor because I got Mobley, I got Davis, I got Kleber, and I got myself Bryant. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's my team. Let's run by it one more time.
Okay.
Starting point guard, Stephen Curry.
Okay.
Shooting guard, Devin Booker.
Okay.
Small forward, Paul George, second most talented player in the NBA.
Okay.
Power forward, Evan Mobley.
Okay.
Center, Anthony Davis.
Okay.
Derek White.
Okay.
Bruce Brown. Maxi Kleber. Thomas Bryant.
I'd say your bench is better than mine. I
would say so.
I would say so too.
We've seen Derek White get 25 in a finals game, right? We all witnessed that last year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I went out there and I got some winners on my bench. Guys that don't miss the playoffs.
Patty Mills got it done.
I'm not disrespecting Patty Mills. This is about me and our team.
Bobby
We're not out in the
Portis?
media. We're not out in the media discussing other situations. We're only concerned about our team, what we got in our locker room. All right?
Fair enough.
And my coach, by the way, I thought about this while I was running through all this because you brought up your coach. I think I got to go with Steve Kerr.
Yeah.
It's just going to work. Evan Mobley could be a little bit of my Draymond. You know what I mean?
He can also shoot.
He could shoot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think Steve Kerr.
I really like your team as far as an X and O standpoint. I don't really see anywhere really that
I can go big. I can go small.
Yeah, you can do anything.
I can shrink the bench. If I don't want Thomas Bryant, big ass on the floor, I don't need him to because I got Maxi Kleber and I got Bruce Brown who can play the shooting guard through power forward.
Yeah. I would say probably my only worry is health with like Paul George,
Absolutely.
AD.
Absolutely.
Steph has had some nagging things, but not as common as in the past. But other than health,
Here's my thing with health though. I don't deal in if, buts, and maybes.
Yeah, no, I'm saying other than that, because that's the overarching if. I mean, when I made my team, I mean, a lot of these guys, almost all of these guys, really haven't had like a huge lagging injury history over their career. But I mean, PG, he's been hurt quite a bit. AD has been injury prone as of late. Steph has dealt with his things, so I mean, it's a tough thing to kind of gauge with the team. But I mean, if they're all out on the floor, if we turn the injury slider off, this is an A team.
Thanks, I appreciate that. I appreciate the honesty and the proper critique. I understood injury was going to be a problem coming into it, but again, no if, buts, and maybes.
The bench has you got guys that can fill in and contribute, not to the level of Paul George and AD, but I mean, Kleber can come in. You can run some spread out sets with Kleber.
Kleber's like my Portis. Kleber's like my Portis.
Yeah.
He's a little wider, not gonna lie.
He might shoot it a little better, but
no
problem.
But he's not gonna rebound like Bobby Portis.
Yeah.
So you know,
Bobby Portis will rebound.
I had to give myself a little give and take. You know what I mean? I needed an international guy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so. I got a couple international guys on my squad.
Yeah. So that's our teams. Okay.
Solid.
All right.
Solid.
I think that was fucking fun.
Yeah.
We gotta do something like this for NFL, where we like build an offense that works.
Oh man, that would be fucking awesome. We should definitely do that.
How we would do it, we'd either do it like this or like it would have to be like based off strict position. Like if we do 3 wide receivers, if you're taking a wide receiver 3, it's got to be a wide receiver 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We'll talk about it behind the scenes, and we'll bring it on a future show for sure.
Absolutely. But that was
I would love to do that.
I think my team beats your team at 6.
Maybe.
I think my team gets it done on your floor because we're going to be the 1 seed. We're going to have the higher seed.
Well, you think I'm going to be the 8 seed?
No, we're just going to have the higher seed. Like I'm going to win like 67. You're going to win like 65. Okay, so I'm going to win it on your floor in Game 6.
We'll see. Right? We can run a 2K sim.
Yeah, we could do that.
We could.
Yeah, we should do that.
we could do it. We could do it on a pod. Live stream the playoff series.
I'm down for that. Yo, that'd be fun. Hell yeah!
All right, we'll do it. Not tonight though. We'll do it on a future show.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, switching gears from NBA, let's go to the NFL.
Absolutely.
The NFL team tier maker. I cannot wait.
I know. I'm excited for this.
Man, listen. We already know. Now, are we doing this? Explain how we're doing this. Are we doing it like I'm doing my version, you're doing your version? Or are we doing like a?
We're gonna do this together as a team. I feel like we're really united this podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I
All
mean?
right. Fair enough.
All right. So we'll do this together. We'll run down the teams. So here's the tiers that I came up with. I think they're perfect. You know what I mean? All right. So we got the Super Bowl contenders. It's only going to be a couple teams. Okay. We're not going to be those people that think the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl. Right? We're not going to be those people. Okay. We got the deep playoff pushers. We got our wild card. We got any given Sunday. You know, this is a team that might just miss out on the playoffs. But you know what I mean? If you get them on a short week, it could be a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got the 1 p.m. kickoff, and then we got top 5 picks. That's the only one that we have to put 5 teams in.
Okay.
Got to put 5 guys in there. Okay?
All right.
So let's begin. Where do we feel like the Cardinals are at?
The Cardinals, top 5 pick.
Really?
No question.
I was inching towards 1 p.m. kickoff. But maybe
I mean,
right.
I would say their ceiling is 1 p.m. kickoff.
Yeah.
But
they definitely got worse this offseason, and they
got way worse. They released DeAndre Hopkins for nothing. They lost a shit ton of guys on defense. JJ Watt retired. You're trotting Kyler Murray, who's coming off of an injury out there with Hollywood Brown.
No D-Hop. Yep.
No D-Hop. Who is the other receiver?
I don't even know. I can't name a running back.
James Conner. Washed up James Conner.
Yeah.
And whatever is left of Zach Ertz at tight end.
Yeah. And I get he's an Eagles guy, but an unproven coach.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is fuck Gannon. Thank you for that 3rd round pick.
Yeah.
Fuck you. So top 5 pick Arizona.
I like it. I'm here with that. Next team, the Falcons. I think we're top 5 pick. The reason why I think so is because they're trotting the worst starting quarterback out in the field this season.
I would say honestly, to me it's between 1 p.m. kickoff and any given Sunday because they're trotting Desmond Ridder out there, but look at the squad they have around them.
Yeah.
Drake London's coming off his second year. You have Algier, who's coming off 1,000 yards with Bijan Robinson. Kyle Pitts is there. Yeah. And their defense is sneaky good, too. They got a lot of guys on that defense.
Let's go with 1 p.m. kickoff since I think top 5 and you think maybe any given Sunday.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
I feel like they're a team like if you catch them like in a trap game scenario, if it's like, I wouldn't say if you have like the Eagles or the Chiefs playing them, but if you're one of those like wild card teams, like that could be a trap game.
Yeah. Yep. This one's interesting. The Baltimore Ravens. I know where I stand. I personally think wild card's the way to go. I just think out in the AFC, there's too many teams that are better than them. I think the Bengals are still better. I think the Bills are probably still better. I think the Chiefs are better.
I think that's it, though.
Yeah, probably.
I think I haven't looked at their schedule, but I would probably say deep playoff pusher based on the schedule, and that is solely contingent on if Lamar Jackson stays healthy all season.
Yeah.
Because
here's my only thing though is when I'm thinking about deep playoff pushers, I'm thinking like AFC Championship or bust. Only 2 teams are going to make it. Can we see Baltimore in that slot?
If Lamar stays healthy, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, the weapons that they just surrounded around him on the offensive side of he has had the best offense by far around him. And you can't forget they got a freaking top 5 defense.
Yeah.
Super deep, super talented.
Mm-hmm.
If you give Lamar Jackson, who is probably one of the, I'd probably say top 3 dual threat QBs in the league right now, a good offense, weapons to throw around, and a stout defense, they could make a run in the AFC if they stay healthy. That's the thing. But I think if they stay healthy, they can make a deep playoff run. But at the worst, they'd be a wild card.
I think you convinced me for now. What we'll do is at the end we'll go back and move things around if we're
Yeah.
uncomfortable. But I'll stick with that. I think you convinced me a little bit. All right, this team I've got opinions on. I think here.
I think deep playoff push, but I know you have your strict bias.
It's not even that. It's not even biased, dude. Like I have nothing to be biased against because it's not like my team was competing with them the last couple of years. It's like
Right. You know,
they just continue to disappoint over and over and over.
Fair enough. I don't think they did enough on the offensive side of the ball to warrant being a deep playoff contender.
No, people are acting like they fixed their running game with Latavius Murray.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I would say they're a wild card. They might miss the playoffs.
I doubt it. I think they still win the division, but
yeah, we'll see. I mean, the AFC East is fucking loaded.
That's another reason why I think
Jets loaded.
That's another reason why I think wild card's a good spot for them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Carolina
Panthers. I think these guys are going to be an any given Sunday team.
I agree,
especially in that division.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I could see them winning it. Personally,
they could. I can also see. I was gonna say I could also see the Falcons winning it, but you also have the Saints in there.
The Saints with Drew Brees.
It's probably going to be the Saints and the Panthers.
Yeah, Saints and the Panthers because of Derek Carr.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm with you on that. Any given Sunday, I think that works.
Yeah. Nah, bro, they're not going to be a top 5 pick. 1 p.m. kickoff probably. I'd say the ceiling is them just missing out on a wild card spot.
Really?
In the NFC, I think so.
You and I have completely different opinions.
I know. And I think what kind of skews it in my brain is what Jalen Hurts did last year. But I know Justin Fields cannot do that. He is not going to make the leap that Jalen Hurts did. And Jalen Hurts had a much better team around him in his first year starting than Justin Fields did last year. Yep. So to make the jump like that would be insane. But I see potential in his game to improve as a passer. I mean, he's shown some flashes last year. He was throwing to Equanimeous St. Brown, N'Keal Harry. So you go out and get a guy like DJ Moore, who's a bona fide number 1 on this team. Surround him with Darnell Mooney, Chase Claypool, and you also get Deontay Foreman, and I forget the other run. They got another running back. I can't remember.
Too many teams.
Yeah. But they addressed the offensive line a little bit, and you got Cole Kmet, who's decent tight end.
Yep.
They could possibly make a wild card push, and they also address some needs on defense. I'd say their depth's a little questionable, but they signed a lot of guys in free agency who are certified starters. So I think in that division where it's wide open, I think the Vikings take a step back. The Packers obviously take a step back. It's going to be Detroit and Chicago for me, but I think either 1 p.m. kickoff or any given Sunday.
Okay, I like it. I think I'll give them any given Sunday just because I feel like them and the Panthers could be on the same level, but I think they're definitely better than the Falcons.
Yeah, and you also have to factor in Justin Fields is the best runner in the NFL as a quarterback.
He is.
The most electrifying highlight reel player ever. That's a superstar trait.
That's true.
And that's what makes him good. So if he can be like an okay passer, but a superstar runner, they could go for a wild card spot in the NFC, I think.
Okay. All right. This team, I feel like we're going to have somewhat, I don't know. This team, it's either here or here.
I say deep playoff push.
Okay. I still consider them the second best team in the AFC.
Yeah, I would say so too. I just think
just consistency base.
Yeah, and I don't really think they also did enough to kind of warrant like, oh yeah, they're going to be the team to come out of the AFC this year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they stayed pretty consistent on the offensive side of the ball. They lost a couple key guys on defense. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be interesting to see how they rebound from that, but They're
Okay.
perennial playoff contenders in the AFC, I think.
Yep. And if one of those two teams are going to win at the division, it's going to be damn close. So I guess them being on the same tier makes sense.
Yeah.
This one is interesting to me. The Browns.
Yeah.
They could be a top 5 pick or a wild card.
I think, I literally think, for this, I would probably put them any given Sunday.
I was
Just
thinking
because
the
there's
same.
so much uncertainty. They could get D-Hop, which I think would bump them into wild card.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson has a full off season to get used to the guys.
Yeah.
In
Find all
Cleveland.
his massage parlors. Like he's really settled in
Hey.
the city of Cleveland.
Hey, this is a family program.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, he's got Nick Chubb there. I think Kareem Hunt is still on the team. I don't know.
Yeah. He's
I don't
still
know if he's
on
on
the
the contract.
roster.
Okay,
I doubt
yeah.
he will be, but
So you still got the tandem there. Amari Cooper. If you pair him with D-Hop, that would be a dynamic duo. I think.
and Amari Cooper and DJ Moore, I think, are the two most underrated receivers in the league.
Yeah, I think so. It was a crime that Dallas traded him to the Browns for nothing.
Yeah.
That was insane.
Yep.
But I think, the Browns are just so unpredictable.
Yeah.
They have upside, but it's the Browns.
Yeah, it's the Browns.
So I don't know. Yeah, any given Sunday for now.
Okay. This team, try to keep your bias out of it. I'm just going to put them here and let you talk about it.
I think you can make a case.
They're a playoff team.
Yeah, Dallas is by far an NFC playoff team. You can make a case for them being a deep playoff pusher strictly off of the roster in comparison to the other teams in the NFC. Because other than the Eagles and the 49ers, like other than quarterback, because I mean, that's the biggest question mark for the 49ers right now is quarterback. Yeah. But I don't know. I've seen mixed articles saying Purdy's going to be ready. Purdy's not going to be ready. So like, we don't know.
I think they're trotting Sam Darnold out week 1.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But other than those two teams, I don't think there's a roster top to bottom that's better than Dallas in the NFC.
All right. I agree with that.
So the biggest question mark for me, because like if
I have them at wild card because I have a team that I'm going to convince you is better than the Cowboys, and it's not the Niners and it's not the Eagles. So I'm just going to put that out there.
Yeah, I mean, and they made some moves this offseason to kind of close the gap on the Eagles and the Niners.
Yeah.
So I feel like they can make a deep playoff push. The question mark that I'll leave it at wild card for now for me is Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
He's perennially shown us he cannot make a deep playoff run. So until he shows me that, wild card.
Yeah. Yeah. So I agree with that. I just think,
but yeah,
they're just one of these teams. They're stuck in purgatory right now. They can't really get better because of their cap situation, but they're not going to get any worse because a lot of their team's young. It's difficult.
Yeah. And they're literally. I think Dallas is a quarterback away.
I don't think
that is a quarterback away. No, if you plug in any other competent quarterback than Dak Prescott who can give you playoff success, they're a Super Bowl contender.
Personally, I don't think so. I think they're a top 5 defense away.
They already have a top 5 potential.
Potential, but we're not going to see a top 5 defense out of them. There's too many good. I mean, think about it. Eagles, Jets, Niners, they're all better.
Ravens.
Ravens have a better defense. Patriots always have a better defense. I think the Saints defense is going to be better. Bills defense is always good.
Top 10.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see. Yeah, wild card for sure. I think they're like at the top of the list in the wild card department, though.
Yeah, I agree. Here, we'll do this. Yep. All right, this team, I personally think is any given Sunday. I think they got better, and I think Russell Wilson will have like an MVP season compared to last year.
I don't think so.
I don't think.
I think it'll be better than last year, but
there's no way it's going to be as bad.
It's not going to be MVP. but it's not going to be like last year.
No. I think this is a good spot for them until we
I
get
think so
some
too.
film. Until we
Yeah.
get film on the season, I think that's a good spot.
I agree, because I think you can you can really make the case for half of like 3/4 of the teams in the AFC that they could be wild card teams.
Yeah.
But yeah, until they're an unproven bunch. They got talent.
Yeah.
Sean Payton's going in there, which is a good thing.
Yeah, they're flatlining. I think they're a lesser tiered Cowboys where it's just they're in a tough spot.
Yeah.
All right, this is a team I was talking about.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna.
That's where
Detroit Lions, and I
That's
agree.
Where I want them.
I agree.
Do you really?
I really do.
Dude, I think they're 11 win.
I think at the very least they're a wild card team, but they are so talented. They made so many great moves this offseason. I know they got rid of DeAndre Swift, but they have David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. Jared Goff is underrated. Their wide receiver room is underrated.
They've got
their defense is going to be
over.
Filthy this year. Their defense is going to be fucking nasty. And that's going to be the driver of the Lions. And I think they could meet the Eagles in the NFC Championship game, maybe. We'll see.
Are we really sitting here saying we're going to tune in some Lions games this year? Like, are we going to go to Scorecard to watch a Lions game this season? Because I'm so down.
I'm so down too, bro. Listen, I need to see me some primetime MCDC.
Facts. I need to see Penei Sewell get a touchdown.
Exactly.
And at the Scorecard with my buffalo chicken wrap.
And then to do the MCDC impression. Hey, what the fuck are we doing?
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, they're gonna be a team I think that shocks the world this year. Super Bowl, I don't know.
No.
There's another team in the NFC I think you're gonna have to catch them on their worst possible day.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to have your best possible day.
Yeah.
To make it to the Super Bowl if you match up against them.
I agree.
I definitely think they could make a push. That's for sure.
Yeah. They're gonna be. I think their floor is the Vikings last year. I think that's their floor.
Yeah.
Not necessarily win total, but week to week dominance.
Right. Yeah, I agree. But yeah, we'll see. I think I trust Jared Goff more than I trust Kirk Cousins to get it done in the playoffs.
Me too.
Yeah, we'll see.
He's been to a Super Bowl. Like, people can't forget that.
Yeah.
So
that's the thing.
Yeah. This team, I think, is probably the most interesting one left on the board.
The Packers.
Yeah, because we just don't know. I think they have a ready-to-win roster. I just don't know if Jordan Love can play. I don't know.
I think he has potential.
I do too.
I'm gonna put them at 1 p.m. kickoff.
Really? Okay.
I don't think they have the roster ready to win. I just don't.
Yeah, maybe not. It depends on how much of a jump their receivers take, and their defense is always loaded. It's the Packers. I mean, they don't always perform like they're loaded, but they're loaded.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess that's a good spot. I was thinking any given Sunday, but
that might be their ceiling, but
probably
it all is dependent on Jordan Love.
Yeah, I think at the end of this, I might be in the ballpark to talk about Panthers versus Packers and if they should switch, but we'll see.
We just hate the Houston Texans.
Is there another place for them to go?
I think their upside is 1 p.m. kickoff, but yeah, we'll leave it a top 5 pick. Why not? We need another team there.
Yeah, I think that's a good spot. I think that's a comfortable spot for them.
Fair enough.
Like, it's a success.
Yeah.
Successful season.
Yep.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Now, who's this team's quarterback again? Anthony
Richardson. Although it might be Gardner Minshew starting.
Here?
Yeah.
Just because their roster's loaded?
Yeah.
They're in the same
Yeah.
realm as the Falcons. Like, same
They are.
exact shit. Everything's
Yep.
great except their fucking
I
quarterback.
think arguably the Falcons have more upside than the Colts.
I guess. I feel like there's guys on the Colts that can have repeat seasons.
Yeah.
I don't know if Tyler Algier is going to run for 1,000 yards again.
He might not run for 1,000 this year, but I mean, you got a guy who
Bijan's
ran
there,
for
so I
1,000
guess.
and Bijan Robinson in the
I
same
guess.
room.
Yeah.
That's tough.
That's perfect for them.
Yeah.
That's perfect. I
Yeah,
will watch a
definitely.
Colts game just because I like their overall roster and I want to see what Anthony Richardson is, but I don't see them winning many games.
Yeah. I agree. Ooh, interesting team right here.
This
Jacksonville.
this one's painful because I'm a Trevor Lawrence guy,
Uh-huh.
but I just don't know if they're up here with these guys. I just don't know. I think they had a Cinderella Trevor Lawrence is great. We all know it. They're going to get better because of Calvin Ridley and all the additions they've made around their team. But
Doug
Are
Pearson,
we-
hell of a coach.
are we sure this is the year that they actually make the jump where we expect them to be where they were last year?
That remains to be seen. So I think they have potential to be in that deep playoff
I do too.
conversation, but for the uncertainty, leave them at wild card. I think that's a safe bet. They're definitely a playoff team in the AFC, no question.
And I think right now the Bills and the Jags are on the same spot right here in the middle of the X. Jags are doing this. Bills are doing that.
Yeah. Yep. It's all going to come down to whether or not Doug Peterson has these guys ready to play.
Facts. No questions.
No brainer. We don't really
No-brainer.
need to talk about it.
Best quarterback
Super
of
Bowl
all time.
champions, best
Yep.
team in the AFC. Pretty much
Yeah.
retooled a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
running it back.
Now,
I
yeah,
agree.
exactly. And they should be the favorite next year.
In the AFC.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know who else to put here, I feel like they're there. Their division's bad. They've got a mid quarterback who we haven't seen perform outside of that Shanahan system.
He might not even be playing quarterback there if he doesn't pass the physical.
Oh yeah, that's true. Who's that other dude? Jared Stidham?
Jared Stidham. They might.
Yeah.
I heard they might be interested in Carson Wentz if Garoppolo falls through.
Oh, then they're absolutely.
Yeah, I know.
It feels
I know.
really weird to put them there
I know.
with Josh Jacobs and Devontae Adams and Hunter Renfro. But
I mean, I can see them in the 1 p.m. kickoff.
I could see them swapping.
I think
Yeah.
they are too talented of a team to be picking in the top 5.
Someone's gotta have to. Like, I definitely feel like at the end of this, we're gonna be moving the Falcons down. Personally.
I don't know. I don't know about that. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see where we land. But
All right.
this team's difficult too, kind of like the Jags. I personally think they'll be better. I think they should be here.
I don't.
Okay.
I
You
think they should be
here.
down in the wild card.
Okay.
Because again, granted, you got a new offensive play caller.
I think that's
Moore.
everything for them, though.
Yeah, but again, based on what I've seen over Brandon Staley's and Justin Herbert's time,
Yeah.
that 27-point lead is tough.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they have, again, I think they're in the same boat as the Jags where they have potential to make a deep playoff run if that play calling is the missing link.
Okay.
Because what was their offense last year?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
again, I think if they come out and they're just shitting on people,
Yeah.
then yeah, they could make a deep playoff run.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's tough because there's a lot of teams in the AFC that are in that same boat that have potential that we don't know.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
All right, this team, I'm going to drop it somewhere, and I'm going to give you my opinion. And I'm going to let you talk about it after.
Okay.
And here's why.
Okay.
They've
Good.
lost.
No.
They've lost some shit on the defense, but dude, their offense is still so good. It's so good. Matt Stafford, I love him to death. I love Cooper Kupp, dude. They brought in another receiver. I can't think of his name right now. Aaron Donald, that defensive line's still great. Their safeties are getting better. I just think there's too much star power on this team to be in the realm of a Colts and a Falcons. Like, I think this team could beat anybody on any Sunday.
Yeah. I think they're at the bottom of that any given Sunday totem pole.
Okay.
Just because they have holes.
They do.
They have glaring holes.
Yeah. I also, just to check, the Broncos should be here, right? In the front.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. I think the Rams are teetering on 1 p.m. kickoff.
Okay.
I mean, we saw last year at the beginning of the year when they lost OBJ and they were literally force feeding Cooper Kupp on offense.
Yeah.
They could not do shit. What did they do to address that? Particularly in the run game, nothing.
Yeah.
And they lost some guys on defense.
I just think when you have the greatest defensive player to ever touch the floor,
yeah, but
a top 3 wide receiver and a great quarterback, it just makes it so difficult for me to put them anywhere else.
But that's all they got, really.
I guess. And they have one of the best coaches in football.
You're only as good as your players.
That's true.
That's the tough part for me. I think they have the upside to beat any given Sunday, but
you think they should be there?
I think they're probably at the front of that list of teams.
Okay. I agree with that.
Just they got some glaring holes that some of these teams just they're gonna be shitting on the Rams.
Yeah. The Dolphins.
Bro. Hey, can you move that star down there?
The Dolphins. Oh man, that's
a tough one. That's a tough one.
Again, this is a quarterback question for me.
Yeah. Well, I put it at wild card.
Okay.
If Tua makes a jump in his situational game and can stay on the field, I think they can make a deep playoff push. I think they have the team around Tua to make a run.
Okay.
They got a good defense. They got explosive guys. They got Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. He's throwing to.
Yeah.
And a pretty decent run game as well. But again, Tua's the biggest question mark for me.
Yep.
I mean, last year they're a lot of people jumping on the Tua train.
Yeah.
I didn't really see it just because of the errant throws and decisions that he was making. But if he is able to, big if, progress in that department, they can make a deep playoff push. But for now, they're a wild card team.
Okay. I think I agree with that. It's just, dude, there's going to be so many AFC teams in wild card.
Facts.
So many.
Half the AFC could be in this freaking conversation. No cap.
I think we're in the same boat with this team.
I agree. Yeah.
They're just, I don't think they're too talented to be a 1 p.m. kickoff team. I think they're going to win some games, but we're not going to think anything of it. This team is a carbon copy of the Grizzlies.
Yep.
Just they're going to win some games, but at the end of the day, we don't trust them because they keep taking out their weapons.
Yep. They just can't get it done in the playoffs.
No, they keep writing on Instagram Live and taking out Doolies.
That is crazy. Plus, they got some key guys out too.
Yeah.
So they just cut Dalvin Cook, underrated guy.
Underrated. I forgot about that. You know what?
Yeah. Nah, I think they're too talented to be in the 1 p.m. But they're they could catch like Dallas slipping in like week 13.
Yeah, you're
Like
right.
if they're playing that, they don't play them week 13. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, I get
like
it.
if they're like midpoint in the year, you catch them or something. That's a trap game.
Yeah.
But yeah,
This team's interesting to me. This next one here. I'm gonna try to keep my bias out of it. Not that I care too much about bias, but I just don't think they're that good. I don't know where the hype is saying that this is a four-headed monster in the AFC East. I think they're here, bro.
I think they're.
I do. I mean,
I
they
think
still
they're a
have no
team that could be.
weapons.
I think they're in the any given Sunday conversation.
Yeah, but their defense got worse because they
Yeah.
lost the star corner. I'm still not sold on Ramondre Stevenson. I just think he's running behind a good line. Who's going to be their starting quarterback? Mac Jones or the latter on a week to week basis?
Yeah, there's a lot of uncertainty there. I'd say they're probably at the front of that list, ahead of the Rams.
And I still don't know. I can't name a receiver on their team.
Jacoby Myers.
Now I'm sold.
He's a wide receiver. He's actually pretty decent.
Is that what they call him?
Number one.
Is that what
pretty
they call
decent?
Him? That's what they call him, a wide receiver. They call him a wide receiver.
I think my thing with the Patriots is
yeah.
Bill Belichick's teams are always going to be gritty and they're always going to play. I think they're always going to beat. They're always going to have a chance any given Sunday. And you got Bill O'Brien coming back as the offensive coordinator who has history in New England with Tom Brady.
Here's my thing now. I want to if we're not going to give the narrative of, well, with that coach they can win with the Rams, if we're not going to give them that narrative, we shouldn't give it to the Patriots.
I'm not saying that, but I just think I think they're going to offensively play better than they did last year with the whole
the whole
Matt Patricia to the offense thing.
I just feel like if you're not getting better, you're getting worse.
Yeah.
And I don't think they got better.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I think they're a team that are very sneaky, can get you any given Sunday, but they're in that 1 p.m. kickoff spot.
Okay. I'm glad you agree, because I thought maybe my bias was getting ahead of me, but I don't think so. Just because
a little bit, but that's all right.
I just don't see how they stack up with the other three teams in the division.
They don't.
At all.
Don't. As far as roster top to bottom, they don't.
I could see them winning at most 2 games in the division, both at home against the Dolphins and the Jets. At most.
They could. Yeah. That's the thing. Bill Belichick's teams come to play.
All right. Now, so with this team, this is where I wanted to start making an argument. I truthfully believe that the Saints need to be here. The Falcons need to go here.
Wow. I don't know.
Because I think the Saints are better than the Falcons, just because they're gonna score.
I think the Saints are better than the Vikings.
Do you?
I think they're better than the Panthers.
Okay.
I think they're a fringe playoff team.
Well, yeah, that I agree with. I just if we're putting the Saints up, I hold them in high regard because of Derek Carr and their offense and their defense. Like they're a bit of a they're like the Broncos, bro. Like
they're an unproven team.
Yeah.
They made some sneaky moves this offseason that nobody's talking about. They got a 2-headed monster, Alvin Kamara, Jamal Williams at running back.
Dude, that's 2,000 yards out of your running backs.
Yeah,
probably.
And the Saints have an underrated defense, pretty stout, which you have pointed out numerous occasions on this particular program. Derek Carr has not had a defense like this in his entire career.
Nope. Ranked 32nd in his entire career.
Yeah. So I think that'll play a factor. They're a fringe team. They could make a run at a wild card spot. I think they might get like the last one, maybe.
Yeah. Well, I think they definitely win.
They're definitely a team that can get you any given Sunday.
I do think they win the division. It's one of these two teams, but they're both not going to make the playoffs. So I'm not going to put one of them in wild card. You know what I mean? They're not up here. They're not up here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're on the cusp, but
they're right here.
You got to prove it.
This team, I think they took steps back. I don't see them being as good as these teams.
Really?
I don't.
1 p.m. is crazy.
I mean, dude, can we expect Daniel Jones to play better? Can we expect? I mean, Saquon, I expect to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, how many notable moves have they really made?
Well, they did trade for Darren Waller, but that's honestly about it on the offensive side of the ball. Actually, they drafted Jalen Hyatt, but again, my thing with the Giants was like you got to get like a bona fide number one for Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Jalen Hyatt is not a bona fide number one.
And Darren Waller shares that responsibility because he's going to get
Yeah.
the main targets.
Yeah, they're going to be running the passing offense through him.
Here's my thing: you don't think they're on the same level as the Patriots?
No, I think they're better than the Patriots.
Okay. I'll put them up here for now, just to make you happy.
Yeah, I think by default they're in the conversation for a wild card spot.
Yeah.
Just in the weak NFC. But again, they're a team that I think could potentially have had a fluky season last year. But we don't know.
That's what I'm getting at, dude.
We don't know. We'll see. I think like they have a scrappy defense, a scrappy overall team.
Yeah.
The Saquon situation doesn't really help that much, but I don't know. We'll see. They definitely can get you any given Sunday. I mean, you got to give them credit. They did out the Vikings in a playoff game that everybody did not see coming.
They did.
They just absolutely dominated them with Isaiah Hodgins and Richie James. Richie James absolutely tore up the Vikings. Who is Richie James?
Facts. All
So,
right. The other New York team, I think by default, they need to be exactly here. Right there.
See, I would switch the Bills and the Dolphins and call it a day.
Do you think the Dolphins and the Jets?
I think the Dolphins have a lot more upside than the Bills this year.
Okay. Fuck it. All right. Cool. Cool.
Yeah. I mean, the Jets, I think they're another team that has potential to make a deep playoff push in the AFC.
I do too.
For
me, it's a matter of getting there. If we can get there,
I would say from top to bottom, their roster is probably the fourth best in the AFC.
I agree with that. Yes.
So they're like on the level of like where Jacksonville is.
Yeah.
In my opinion, if they put it all together, they can definitely make a run to the AFC Championship game.
Yep.
It's all about putting it together. It's all about Aaron Rodgers staying healthy. I mean, all these teams really is about them staying healthy.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you got an electrifying offense, a really good young defense.
Yeah.
Robert Saleh.
Yeah.
Dog.
I honestly think he's the biggest question mark on our team.
Yeah.
Not that he can't coach, because I thought he did great with what he had last year.
Yeah.
But we don't know if he can coach a winning team.
We'll see. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, we'll say. I mean, with the next team here, but Nick Sirianni had the same question marks last year, and the Eagles were this much of a grain of or a thread of jersey away from a second chip.
Yeah, they were a GOAT coach and a GOAT quarterback away from winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, biased. I'd put them in front of the Chiefs. I think from top to bottom, they have the best roster by far in the NFL still.
Okay, I'll do that for you just because it'll bother you. But you know where I stand. I know
where you stand. You know where I stand. We can agree to disagree. Cool.
I think if it's not a rematch in the Super Bowl, someone had a failed season.
Yeah. I think at worst the Eagles are going to be a Final Four team in the NFC.
I think
I mean,
at worst the Chiefs make the Super Bowl. I really do.
yeah, I mean, we could. These two teams could run it back. They really could run it
The
back.
Chiefs just beat everyone
And
in the
so did the
playoffs.
Eagles.
It doesn't matter who they run. Yeah, but the Eagles haven't done it over like consecutive years. Like the Chiefs have had to have beaten like 10 different teams.
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah,
11.
no, they did. But
They
I think
beat
that's
so
where
many guys.
I think that's where the how the NFC is structured now plays
Yes.
in the Eagles' hands so well
Oh, it does. It does.
that they literally are
Yeah.
set up to just smack all these teams and get back to the Super
Facts.
Bowl, which is crazy.
Facts.
Yeah, you gotta give props to Howie Roseman for just absolutely getting in his bag.
Yeah.
And
That dude's sweating in the office.
fleecing the entire National Football League.
Dude, when
how is it legal for the NFC champion to draft arguably the best player in the draft and then get the guy in Nolan Smith on the same front that dominated college football and then plug up the Miles Sanders thing with DeAndre Swift?
Yeah.
Bro, it is insane how they keep getting away with it. So
I do think you're still the certified number 2 team in the NFL. I do think your running game takes a step back. DeAndre Swift, I don't think he's giving you what Miles Sanders gave you.
He doesn't have to though, because we have him, we have Penny and Kenneth Gainwell, Boston Scott, and Jalen Hurts, who can also do. He doesn't need to give Miles Sanders production. So I mean, and the league is going more towards by committee guys. So I think it's really balanced well for the Eagles running game. I mean, you look when they won the Super Bowl, you had that balance. You had Jay Ajayi, who is kind of a hybrid of your speed and power. LeGarrette Blount, absolute fucking bowling ball, and Corey Clement was your scat back. You look at this team, DeAndre Swift's kind of the balanced kind of speed, can give you power, also can catch out of the backfield. He's kind of a do-it-all guy.
Yeah.
Rashad Penny can be that bowling ball who is fucking explosive as hell. And Kenneth Gainwell, Boston Scott can run hard between the tackles and are nice scat backs. So I think the running back room is actually better overall than it was last year.
Yeah, my only concern is I just don't think any of the guys in your room are yardage swallowers. Like DeAndre Swift is a home run hitter. Rashad Penny is a home run hitter. And Boston Scott and Kenneth Gainwell aren't going to see the field enough to where it's going to matter that much.
I think Gainwell will. Boston Scott might not. But again, you're running behind the best O-line in football.
Yeah, that's true.
If you cannot average at least 3 to 4 yards a carry, get the fuck home.
Well, I mean, Rashad Penny averaged 6.5 last year, so
yeah, when healthy.
All right, this team here.
Yeah, I think they have potential to be in any given Sunday team, but we don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, it's just another one of those teams where we just don't have a clue. Like, they're one of those teams that, like, the rest of the teams at any given Sunday, we're positive they should be there.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't put the Steelers mixed in with that group.
I agree.
This team, just because the NFC is weak, I think go here.
Yeah, they are. I mean, as of now, with the whole QB situation, I would say that they are fringe.
I really don't think that matters. I don't think that matters at all for them.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, they did sign Javon Hargrave, but they also lost some key guys in the secondary. They lost an O-lineman. They lost some guys.
Yeah, but is it also a possibility that their line and linebacking core is so good that it almost doesn't matter who they have back there at corner?
When they play the Eagles, it will. Or
like
the Lions.
Yeah, absolutely. But they won't see them until NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
You know, like
It'll depend on the schedule, I think.
It will. But I just.
Why is Washington there twice?
Oh, because the old team's there for some reason.
Oh.
I noticed that too when I opened it, but it's whatever. It's
Nice.
whatever. We'll just rank them once and be done with it.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that's where they need to be, just because.
Yeah, I would
There's-
say on paper they're the second best team in the NFC from top to
Yes.
bottom.
That's why I think they should go there.
So yeah.
Mhm.
All right, fair enough. No,
They're definitely
absolutely not.
They're definitely
I
here.
think they're a wild card team.
Yeah, they're definitely there.
They're another team that made some underrated as hell moves in the offseason.
I kept talking about how they're arguably my favorite draft team of the year. So
yeah, they had, other than the Eagles, I think they had the best draft in the league this year.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's not sleep on the Jets getting the best center in the second round.
let's not sleep on the Eagles getting the best player overall.
That's facts. All right. I think finally we're going to round out our top 5. Well, not yet, but they need to be there.
No question.
Yeah. Unless Baker does some crazy shit and they go like here.
No shot.
This team, I feel like super fucking easy. That's here.
I agree.
And then this team's interesting. I think they're here. I don't. If the Giants are here, the Commanders have to be here.
I think they're ahead of the Rams.
They're like right,
but in the same realm as the Patriots, because they got an underrated team, a bunch of like good, not great guys.
Yeah.
But they're trotting Sam Howell out to start.
Okay.
As of now, it could be Jacoby Brissett, but they have Sam Howell starting.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Yep. All right. Just to round a couple things off before we go through and fuck with it, for you people that are watching, the Lions are here above all of these teams because they're in the NFC. I still think the Bills are better than them, the Dolphins are better than them, the Chargers are better than them. I only have them here because they're in the NFC.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll put that there. Let's run through. This is a lock, right?
That's a lock.
Okay, and they're the only two teams I think that deserve to be there.
No question.
Here, I don't think either of them go up or down. Yeah. I think they're pretty locked in there.
I think that's solid. The Baltimore one is very interesting because I think they're interchangeable with like Miami, the Jets, and maybe the Bills.
Yeah.
Honestly, all those teams really, actually, except for the Bills. All of those teams, if they play very well, could make a deep playoff push.
Well, is there an argument that another AFC team should jump them? Is there a valid argument? Like I mean, I know you say the Dolphins are probably better than the Bills, but I mean, maybe the Bills, just because they've been consistently doing it, jump the Ravens?
They haven't, this offseason, they haven't made like moves compared to the Ravens weren't jumping them though.
And then my argument could also be the year before that they didn't either, and they still.
Yeah, but look at the Ravens roster from last year.
Yeah,
Lamar Jackson was throwing the traffic cones.
All right, then Ravens stay there. It's fine. This just looks weird, but I think it's right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It looks like the Ravens shouldn't be there and the Lions shouldn't be there, but
I think it's right.
Yeah. I think so too.
Okay.
I'm super high on the Ravens this year.
Yeah, I'm up there with you. I don't know if I'm that far, just because I don't know if primary running quarterbacks can get it done.
Well, we saw this past Super Bowl.
He's not a primary running back.
Listen. This is June 13th, 2023.
Yep.
We could see, and these guys get compared a lot. Even on the live we did with Smitty, it was a question.
Yep.
We could see a Jalen Lamar Super Bowl.
Maybe. I can't see it. I can't.
Could.
There's just not a place in this world that I see the Chiefs not being in the Super Bowl. It's the Arrowhead Invitational for a reason. Everyone's just going in there and leaving. It's a nightclub. You're going in, but you ain't staying long.
Yeah.
So, all right.
You're going in, not staying long, leaving empty-handed.
All right. So, with this, I think this is pretty good. My only concern is I look at the Seahawks. I don't know if they fit the rest of these guys, but
I
they'll
think
probably make the.
based on the NFC, I think they do.
Okay, yeah, it's kind of a bit of the Lions too. Like they maybe shouldn't be
Yeah,
there, but they
I
because of
think the Lions.
Yeah.
The line, man, you might be able to flip the Lions and the Seahawks if things go that way this season.
I won't because if I'm going to flip
I
the
know,
Lions with
I know.
anybody, it's the Cowboys. If I'm going to flip them with anybody, it's the Cowboys.
Yeah, I know.
Because
But I'm just
I'm
saying, like,
confident the Cowboys will be better than the Seahawks.
yeah, me too. But I think the Seahawks are going to be such an underrated team
Yep.
this year in the NFC.
Yeah.
I think if it's like Eagles, Niners, Lions, Cowboys, Seahawks as the top 5 seeds,
Yep.
like that is like perfect, I think.
Okay. I could see that. I'm with it.
I just think they're like
Yep.
they made some good moves in comparison to some of the other teams in the NFC. Like
Yeah.
they definitely separated themselves from like the fringe playoff teams, I would say. But
Yeah,
they're not
yeah.
like Super Bowl contender or deep playoff run team. They're like
Yeah.
playoff team.
Yeah, they should be there.
Yeah.
All right, and then
and with Geno Smith at quarterback, I think they'll be a playoff team.
all right, and then to round this off, do you think the order is right for these 3 tiers? Because these ones really matter. I don't think the rest of these do, but I think this order.
I think the Dolphins. Man, put the Jets in front of the Dolphins. I think it goes. No.
Oh, up here.
Yeah, Jets. Put. Oh man. Yeah, that's a good order. That's a good order.
I think so too. Well, actually, you know what? I think now it's perfect.
Yeah.
I have more confidence in the Bills and the Chargers.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
That's good. Now this is where it gets hairy for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sort of bring in 2 teams into this.
Okay.
I think because we have only 4 teams here, the Panthers have to come down and the Falcons have to come down.
I would argue the Rams should come down.
Yeah.
I think they have more holes than the Falcons.
But can you honestly see Desmond Ridder winning more games than Matt Stafford?
As an overall team, I think so. I think so.
Listen, I'll let you have it, but they're definitely here. Actually, no. Technically, they'd be here. Texans would be there. I think that would.
No, you had it right. You had it right.
Cardinals here, Texans there, Bucks like here.
You had it right. With the Rams being like at the front of that list.
As the number this is number 1 pick. Number 1 pick, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Yeah.
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 Okay.
I mean you could also make a case that Green Bay could be in that conversation with the Rams. So I think either one of those teams probably could be.
I don't think they have as many holes as the Rams. I don't think they have anywhere close to as many holes. I don't even think they have as many holes as the Commanders, personally. So remember, I was fighting for them to be any given Sunday because if Jordan Love is anything, they'll be an any given Sunday team.
I agree, but we just don't know that yet.
Yeah, we don't.
So we'll see.
Yeah. Is there anything else that needs to happen? I'm still. I don't know, dude.
I think you can.
These guys are so interesting.
I know. There's that's a team that's going to be so unpredictable.
Yeah. Well, I got them wrong last year. I had them winning 10 games last year.
Yeah. I think.
Who am I high? Who's our starting quarterback?
Switch them with the Bears.
Okay. Oh, just like that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But you think they should stay on this tier?
I think they should stay in the tier. I think they're young guy. They have a young offense that has some upside. They have some guys on defense.
Who's their quarterback?
Frank Reich as their head coach. I think they're kind of turning a tide there in Carolina.
Who's their quarterback?
Bryce Young.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Number 1 overall pick.
Yeah. I won't remember the rookies until they're playing. So
Yeah.
yeah, I do think they're at the back half of this, the back end of this.
I would say so too. I think they have potential though to be more up in any given Sunday. Like they could really, like if they really do pan out, they could make a run for a wild card spot.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
The other thing I kind of wanted to make an argument for, just because it's the NFC. We've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams and wild card or above. I think that should happen.
Again,
because it's sort of like the Seahawks thing for me.
I don't think the Saints are as prevalent as the Seahawks, though, in that sense.
Okay.
I think they could have a better chance at a wild card than the Broncos, just based on the conference alone.
Division, yeah.
Yeah, but again, we'll see. I mean,
yeah,
they're definitely a fringe team, but when they go out on the field, then we'll know. Like, all right, they'll be in the playoffs, or no, they're going to be picking in the top 10.
You think anything else has to change? I think it looks good.
I think you should move. I think you should move the Steelers ahead of the Packers.
Okay.
I think they'll be better than them. Move them against ahead of the Commanders. Why?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Commanders.
I think the Steelers will be better than the Commanders.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I better than the Patriots. Move them ahead of the Patriots.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah. You know what? Move them into any given Sunday. Why the hell not?
No, we're not doing that.
You know what? They could be a wild card team this no play.
So I think Cleveland's clearly better than them, and I don't want them to be on the same tier.
Yeah, no question. But they're definitely one of those interesting young teams.
Yep.
In the AFC that could get you, but yeah. What else? Yeah. Looks good to me.
Yeah. So with this logic, the Steelers would finish 4th in their division. I think that's fair. The Patriots last, yeah. Commanders last, yeah.
Packers last, yeah.
Yeah. Bucks,
Colts.
yeah. Raiders, absolutely.
Rams. Actually, no. Cardinals.
Yeah, Cardinals, then Rams, yeah. I think this is kind of perfect.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, if we're sitting here in January with the crystal ball and all of those teams up there are playing, hey.
Yeah.
We told you so.
Facts. All right, I want to turn this into a TikTok, so we're going to be silent for like 5 seconds, and then I'm going to be like, what's up, TikTok? This is our tier list. Let us know what you think. Yada, 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 yada. Okay?
Okay, cool.
All right. What's up, TikTok? Day One Podcast. We're currently live right now, but we wanted to get your opinion on this tier list for this coming up NFL season. Let us know what you think. That's it.
Cool.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, no question.
Sweet. So I just got to clip that later. It's around the 154 mark.
Yeah.
And I will write that down on my notes.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. Do we want to? It's getting late. Do we want to do the Sporkle quiz?
How long is it?
It says 18 minutes, but we can give up. So
we can give up. All right, because we're approaching the 2-hour mark here.
Facts.
So yeah, we'll do it quick and then jump up out.
All right, I'm with that. All right, last thing of the show. We're going to test our knowledge. Winning as quarterbacks, every team. There's 160 of them. No shot we get half of them. We just got to come up with as many names as possible. I'm just going to type, and I just want you to run off names. I'm going to think of names. We're just going to go.
All right. I'm with that.
All right. Ready?
Ready. Tom Brady. Yep, Breeze. Steve McNair.
Trent
Warren
Dilfer's
Moon.
number one. Trent Dilfer's number one for the Bucks.
That's
Brady's
insane.
Oh wow, Winston.
Warren Moon.
Moon.
Donovan McNabb.
Vic's not even on the list for the Eagles, so Wentz must be. Yeah,
Carson Wentz. Ron Jaworski.
Jaworski. Nice.
I
think the dot guys are active.
Okay. Burrow. Seattle. Russell Wilson. Matt Hasselbeck. Man, what's that name? What's that guy's name? Jim Zorn.
Dude, you just pulled. He played with Steve Largent, right?
Yeah. Lefty.
Mm-hmm.
Bledsoe. Gleason. Steve Gleason. Yeah. That's not Steve Gleason. It's a Gleason. Owen, yeah.
That's not there, unless it's. Oh.
No? Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. Staubach.
Unbach.
Aikman. Danny White. Damn. Well, we just ran all the Dallas guys.
Yeah, facts.
Did Dallas done? Brett Favre.
Wow, Warner's not on the list for the Rams. Okay.
Warner.
Cabaret.
Aaron Rodgers. Bart Starr.
Yep.
Interesting.
Who the hell would be there for the Browns?
No. Otto
Graham.
Brown.
Otto Graham.
Otto Graham.
Cool. Manning. And Eli and Archie. Nice.
Yep. Eli.
Cam Newton's number one for the Panthers.
Phil Simms for the Giants. Y.A. Tittle for the Giants.
Niners, though. Oh, that reminds me of Unitas.
Who's the guy?
Lawrence is already on the list for the Jags.
Wow, that's crazy.
Bortles is here.
Bortles, Mark Brunell. David Garrard. Garrard, I think. Or yeah, something like that.
Or no.
The spelling's wrong. Just look at Garrard. Garrard. Testaverde's got to be on the list for the Jets. Joe Namath is definitely on the list for the Jets.
What?
Washington is not on the list. That is crazy. Oh man, who's the one from the 80s that played for the Jets?
Sanchez.
Oh man.
Yep, Sanchez is on the list.
Sanchez. There's a guy that played in the 80s that was really good for the Jets. I just can't think of his name.
Spelling bee, bro. Roethlisberger, one try.
Raiders.
Plunkett.
Ken Stabler.
Stabler. I can't believe I pulled Jim Plunkett out of my ass. Rich Gannon.
Yeah.
Oh, Mahomes is definitely on the list already, which means
Len Dawson.
Dawson, that's the name.
There's
a Cincinnati.
Matt Castle.
No.
Cassel. No.
Nope.
Wow, it's crazy. Doug
Doug Williams.
Williams.
I don't know why that name popped into my head, but Culpepper. I'm just thinking about black guys now.
Hey yo.
There's another black dude that was Cunningham.
Randall Cunningham. Yep, good one for the Birds. Steve Van Buren.
Burt Jones for the Colts. I was going for Daniel.
Okay.
What was the other name?
Van Buren for the Eagles.
Yo, nice pull. Oh,
Not there. Oh, he was a running back. That's why. Duh.
oh, nice try.
Who would be there? Not Nick Foles. Definitely not Nick Foles.
Watson.
Deshaun Watson.
6 wins is on the list.
Matt Schaub has to be it on that list.
Dude, there's 6 win total. You know who that is? Big Daddy. No, it's not.
No.
Bridgewater?
Wait a minute. Brock Osweiler. What a fucking pull.
Brock Osweiler.
That is crazy.
Cardinals. That's tough. 87 wins. Falcons, Ryan. Name Rivers. Frank Ryan for the Browns, dude. I'm elite.
Frank Ryan.
Look at that pull.
Dan Fouts for the Chargers. Who else for the Chargers?
I got Brees.
There's
Michael
another
Jackson.
guy. I can't think of his name. I don't know.
Of course, we got the Cowboys completely.
Yeah. And almost the
surprising.
Eagles.
I got Kirk Cousins for the Commanders and nobody else.
What's the number for the Eagles? 28?
Yeah. No. Maybe? 28, yeah.
Under Carson.
Yep.
Got to be Nick Foles.
Oh, probably. No.
No? Oh, my God.
It wasn't Vic either.
Huh?
It wasn't Vic either.
No.
28 wins? He didn't get 28 wins for them?
I would have thought he would have got 28 wins for them.
Yeah.
I guess not.
It's rough.
Jim McMahon did not get 28 wins.
Alex Smith, I just pulled.
Jim McMahon. For the
Harris.
Bears. Okay. I'm just thinking guys that played quarterback for the Eagles. Rodney Peete. Peete.
Rodney Peete for the Panthers.
Okay.
8 wins.
What the fuck? Shit.
There's some big win totals on here that's kind of sad we haven't gotten.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, this is a bad guess, but I don't know. Maybe for the Rams that they're lower.
Sam Bradford.
For their lower tier. For
It's
the
crazy. So we're halfway there at 9:33.
Oh, fuck it. I'm an idiot. Marino.
Oh man, what's the guy's name? Oh, the dude that was the quarterback for the perfect season. What the fuck was his name?
Ryan Tannehill for 2. Perfect season for what team?
The Dolphins.
That was Marino.
No,
It wasn't?
no, I can't think of the guy's name though.
It was Marino, I'm pretty sure.
No, Jay Fielder is definitely on that list though.
Maybe
No.
if I learn how to spell. No, not on here.
Damn. Man, I can't think of the guy's name.
Bears active guy, Trubisky?
Probably.
Oh.
There you go.
I think we got all the active guys.
Tennessee.
Yeah, we got all the active guys.
Bernie Kosar for the Browns.
Good pull.
Yes, sir.
91 for the Bengals. Who won? Oh, there's a quarterback for the Bengals. I can picture him. I don't know him. He's like 80s range.
Oh man, what's his name?
Does it end with an ER or something?
Oh man, what? Oh, now I can't. I literally had his name. Oh, Boomer Esiason.
Esiason, that's the
Yeah.
one.
And then
He's
Ken
not 90.
Anderson. Ken
Anderson, that's the one.
Yep.
Both of those were the ones I was thinking of, but
Yep. Man.
77 wins for the Bills, not named Jim Kelly. That's weird. 92 for the Dolphins.
Gotta be an old guy.
I mean, if Tannehill's on the list for the Dolphins, fucking anybody can be on the list.
I'm gonna have. It's so bugging me.
Who's the quarterback for Barry Sanders?
Scott Mitchell.
Yep. Bro, what a pull. I've never heard of him before.
Bro, listen.
Dude, some of these are going to be so embarrassing.
I know. Bob Greasy for the Dolphins. That was the dude.
How do you spell it?
Griese.
Got it. And for the Broncos.
Ugh.
Oh, that's Brian Greasy.
Brian Greasy, his son. Yeah.
Oh. Little boy. Only won 27
Kyle
games.
Orton for the Broncos. No.
What? Oh,
Damn.
Tebow?
Tim Tebow? No, Ian.
I know, that's a lot of wins. 39.
That's a lot of games won.
Yeah. I feel like Panthers shouldn't be that hard. They haven't been around long.
Right. Jake Delhomme.
Good pull.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you're carrying right now. Oh,
I know.
Vikings. I got Culpepper. I got Cousins. Favre isn't on there. 91 wins.
Christian Ponder?
Ponder? No.
No. Damn.
Unless
Case
it's like-
Keenum? No. Oh, man. Randall Cunningham's down on there. Fran Tarkington?
That's the one.
Just type
There it
Fran.
is.
There you
Oh,
go.
he's there for the Giants, too.
Oh, cool. Trying to think who's the guy for the Giants that got absolutely killed by Chuck Bednarik. I can't think of his name. Damn, we're at like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Tough scenes.
Tough scene. Jags
Uh,
haven't been around long either.
Huh?
I said the Jags haven't been along either, but I don't feel like the rest of them are easy to get.
David Garrard on that list. Byron Leftwich. Who would be Brunell, Bortles,
Oh.
Lawrence?
This is an easy one. 22 wins. 53 wins, Andrew Luck. Holy shit.
Oh man,
I'm just
Jim
trying to picture-
Harbaugh for the Colts. Okay, for the Bears. Okay.
I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to picture jerseys, and it's just not 87 wins for the Cardinals. Like, we should at least get number one for all these teams.
I know.
We don't have the Cardinals one. We don't have the Rams one. We don't have the Commanders one.
Sheesh. Joe Theismann. There's the Commanders number one. You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks, bro. Thanks for pulling that rabbit out of here.
I've been pulling all these rabbits out of here. Shit.
Like, the Cardinals were good to where a guy won 87 games with them.
Commanders. Mark Rypien. Rypien. Yo, this man is sick. Man. Sonny Jurgensen.
Whoa, okay. Jurgensen.
J-U.
The Rabbits.
Oh my god. I'm on fire.
Facts.
Man,
Just let me know when you want to give up. I think I've run out of humans.
we're running out of time, but
Yeah.
we can keep going.
96 wins for Joe Flacco. Hell yeah, bro. Almost won as many games as Jim fucking Kelly.
Hell yeah.
Won more games than Ken Anderson.
Aaron Brooks for the Saints.
Dude, you're on fire.
I know. I can't think of anybody else that would have played quarterback for the Saints. So,
Yeah, me neither.
Neil O'Donnell isn't on there for the Steelers. Oh, he is. Okay, cool.
Who are these people?
Oh my god.
Yeah, people sleep on Tony Romo's career. 78 wins.
Yeah. Rams.
I'm just gonna start not random names.
Kurt Warner is not on the list for the
No.
Rams.
I just got 3 Johnsons though. Brad Johnson twice, and Charlie Johnson for the Cardinals.
Man.
Did I have like Wills or like
Kurt Warner was not on the list for anybody?
No.
Oh damn.
Which just blows my mind. Well,
That's
I guess
insane.
he only really had 3 good seasons with the Rams. And then same thing with the Cardinals, 1 or 2. There's gonna be names on here we're gonna want to kill ourselves. Especially with the Jets.
Frank Gifford for the Giants. That was his name. Frank Gifford.
I don't see
Gifford.
Oh, that's 1 F. No, nothing.
No,
Unless
damn.
it's 2 B's. No.
Oh man. Shit.
What do you think? That's a wrap?
No. We're gonna let it run out.
Well, for this minute, I'm gonna go take a Waz.
Wait.
Oh, I can't. Yeah.
You wait to take a Waz. You gotta enter these in.
I do have to enter these in.
You do.
Come on, dude. Pull.
Kerry Collins for the Giants.
Pull and for the Panthers.
Yep. 57 wins for the Giants.
Dude, your bag is so deep.
I know.
You are Jamal Crawford.
Literally. Shit.
That Cardinals one's gonna make me
Scott
kill
Chandler
myself.
for the Falcons.
Chris Chandler. Same shit.
Same shit, different day.
Dude, I'm gonna want to kill myself with that Rams one and the Cardinals one.
I know. The last Eagles one, I'm gonna want to kill myself. See if
28 wins isn't a lot though.
Tony Banks for the Ravens. Man, look at me go.
What?
Look at me go, bro. I'm surprised Trent Dilfer is not on that list.
Oh, there's a guy. I think that's it. That's a wrap.
It's not bad though. 68, average of 48. We got 68.
Yeah, that's.
Who's the last guy for the Eagles?
Norm Snead.
I would not have got that.
Are there any that are?
Oh man, who was the one for the Giants? Charlie Conway?
Yeah, I don't think there's really any.
Jim Everett. Oh man, I was gonna say him. Dan Pastorini, George Blanda. Oh man,
Jake Plummer.
Oh man,
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Oh, I was gonna say him too. Jeff Blake.
Roman Gabriel, I've never heard of for the Rams, so I'm not mad at it.
Cordell Stewart, Bubby Brister. Oh my god.
Yep.
I was in my bag deep, but I don't think I was Bubby Brister deep.
Oh, Garrard is here. It's Garrard.
I know. Yeah.
All
David
right.
Garrard.
Well, with that.
That was pretty good.
That was very good. Thank you for carrying. We'll have to do an NBA one after this.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to do an NBA one.
Yeah, for some reason, I just know random quarterbacks.
Yep.
All right.
With that, this was the Day One podcast. Back at it again. We're gonna try to keep pumping out content. We're just terrible at our jobs. But no, it's all love at the end of the day. Keep tuning in if you like our shit. Whether you're on a boat, you're on a bus, you're on a plane, you can comment, like, subscribe, wherever you're at, because everywhere's got Wi-Fi, and if you don't, you're poor because you're not paying for data. Okay?
Pretty harsh.
But anyways, I'm Kyle. That's my co-host, Anthony, and we'll catch y'all later.
Peace.